Okay, they got Pretender Rebels because I just released a Horde. I don't think I'm going to deal with that. The Pretender Rebels will win instantly. They will collapse and they'll get a better ruler than what they have right now. Jake, why didn't you go for the money? You'd get some of it. Yes, I would get a tiny amount of money in exchange for making a longer truce. Not all that convinced I want that. Ah, shoot, I'm going to fight and die here. Fight and die. Should have kept my eyes on that. Just threw away 2,000 men for absolutely nothing. And now I look considerably weaker than I am. Also, I am pretty weak. But what are you going to do? Kazakh will instantly collapse, but that's okay. And Muscovy and I are still besties, right? There we go. Ah, and look at that. They get a free army for the privilege and a better ruler. Man, I'm so nice to my subjects. I wonder why. I don't really gain much from it, but damn am I nice. Could be a while before I get that mission finished with the Golden Horde, but I'll be trying. Jake, why not explore the steppes to see how big Chagatai is? We have little reason not to. I don't even need to send a big army to do it. I can just send one, since I am told, and I have no real reason to doubt it, that I'm not going to trigger any of the revolts by the natives when I walk around. Due to my fancy pants, we love you policy towards colonization. State maintenance actually making a reasonable chunk out of my... Excuse me. Taking a reasonable bite. Out of my income here, which is not so hot, but kind of got to live with that right now. Actually, I don't feel the need to have you permanently on Muscovy for now. Emphasis on for now, but we'll see how that goes. So the nice thing about having Kazakh here is that I have a whole bunch of cores that should be rightfully returned to them, and I can be going to war over those. Unfortunately, it seems that Chagatai here are, well, pretty big and scary, and they have some subjects of their own. I could call in Muscovy with favors, but I also have to ask myself, do I really want to do that? I also can't threaten over anything. They're not seeing the threat of me. Jake, what is state maintenance dependent on? Distance from capital and the amount of development in that state. So really the biggest state I have at the moment is the Ural, which is, well, it's an amount. Nothing to be scared of, though. Those nobility once again demanding control of the provinces that I have. I think I should just give them the newly conquered ones, since they are already Tengri. And I need those clergy to be throwing on provinces that I can and will convert. I mean, they're doing alright in Ostyaki. And once these other cores are done, I think I'll get to work on Bashgrid. Bashigrid? Words. A good chunk of my money is getting thrown away to rooting out corruption, but that'll go away since we're getting that due to overextension. Nothing to worry about. There was never anything to worry about. Bashgirids still have the clergy, and that's okay. It's all okay. Jake, is it worth developing your garbage lands? If I didn't have expansion capabilities, yes, I would say so, but I do, because I'm good. Alright, Chagatai, I would love to beat you black and blue, but I'll probably need Tech 9 for that. Surprisingly, I am behind on that. Apparently. Which means other people must be fairly sucking at teching right now. I am playing on hard mode, so it stands to reason why my enemies are so... well, everyone around me is so strong. Okay, they are struggling with tribal rebels, but the Chagatai look fairly big and scary. So maybe I shouldn't be picking fights like that. Jake's syncretic faith is pretty pleased. Don't punch me, Muscovy senpai. Trust A-licious to be jumping on me like that. Alright, I always like to keep my inflation below 5%. Even if I am throwing away admin points to do so. It's just what I do. Now, did we take over any new areas? The Ishim area is fairly new for us. Otherwise, Ob was already under our command. Siberian separatists wish to rise up in a few places. I'm probably just going to increase autonomy, since that'll cost me less money than going and fighting these sons of guns. So I mean, for example, yeah, Va wishes to rise up, but those are with particularists. I'm not scared of particularists. I'm not scared at all. I would quite like to build up a spy network here though, since we will likely be going to war with Chagatai as and when we can. I would love to just invite Muscovy, because there are a fair few cores that we can be gathering here. I also want to increase my relations with you, but I need to finish off Golden Horde first. I'm not too scared about Kazakhs, they're gonna love me anyway. Did you help Muscovy get that land, Jake? I've missed the last stream and never seen AI Muscovy that big. AI Muscovy have really only gathered a few Kazani provinces thanks to me, and they would have just gotten them on their own. Muscovy grabbed this, this, and all of this by their own accord, because they are a beast. Muscovy went crazy of their own accord. A chunk of it could be because I'm playing hard mode, granted, but still. Those Kazakh cores, most of them are to be taken away from Uzbek, but still a fair few on Chagatai. How many though? Wish I had a few more diplomats to actually test the waters with, but I do not. Nor do I have money to be spending on advisors. Tricky times. Do I want admin points or do I want mill points at this moment? Probably admin, probably quite a lot of admin. I also don't want my ruler to die just yet, but time when his death is desirable will come. All is looking well. I can even relax and take a look at Europe. I am delighted to see that Morocco made their landing in Iberia. Not so delighted to see them getting kicked out, but maybe kicked out is overselling it here. I mean, Granada is under their control. Seems like a blow for blow, and the war score is completely undecided here. Aragon and Naples in Moroccan conquest of Gibraltar. Make me proud, Morocco. That I love to see. France is just killing everything it sees, but Burgundy have survived past the 1500 mark. It could well be around for a while. Bohemia's on a rampage as well, even though Austria is the emperor. Good luck to them. But Muscovy is truly the AI destructive force in this game. It's terrifying. DDR Baked is saying happy 420, Jake. More like happy Hitler's birthday. Know your history, folks. All is well. In fact, I could probably just speed 4 this at the moment. Nothing's really going on. Nothing at all. There's not much more to be done with the Golden Horde, so that mission might not be happening for me until the aggressive expansion ticks away. That'll take a few years. Just a few, though. Could send him a gift, but I'm also thinking nah in that regard. Okay, well there are better things better things that diplomat could be doing, and it's probably going to be a wee while before we get on that. I'm actually just going to cancel that mission, because once a year's passed we might get the mission to convert Bashkirid, and that would be nice. Would also be nice if you lost your subjects, but Mongolia and Yarkand reasonably terrify me. I didn't pay attention to this, did I? Yeah, I should have been paying attention to my rebs, like I said I would, but did not. Well, it looks like we're going to be having some Siberian separatists. Oh, goodbye, army. I had you once, and now you're gone. I'm sure my good friends Muscovy will help me out with those. So who are these guys? Siberian separatists. I don't think Muscovy is about to be lifting fingers to save me here. That's a shame. I meant to increase autonomy, but I did not. Is that Theodoro occupying Crimea? It is indeed. Under the subsidy of Muscovy and the alliance with Muscovy. Aye, they're doing okay with that. Hey, Muscovy, I got a bit of a rebel problem, which I don't think I'll be dealing with anytime soon. The Bashkirans wish to rise up. Bashkirid, Agidel, Chilaba, okay. Autonomy, welcome. He's getting his army together. I'm sure he'll be coming to fight these guys for me. Excellent. It's now an accepted culture, so I can get this converted on the double. Except, let's hold off on that for just a little bit, because I want this revolt risk to tick away. Now, sadly, these Siberians are going to spread to all Siberian cores, which, thankfully, in a way, includes Chagatai land, so it could be a bit of a rebel export trap. But I feel that my rebels may defeat the wimpy Chagatais. It's okay, although I should really get an army on the go, even if it is a more of an army for display. Display purposes only, do not touch. Permian peasants wanting to rise up in Voh, but that's okay. It's our culture. So, crisis in Perm. The local crisis is underway in an area under our control. A number of minor problems together come to cause calamity, famine, and destruction of property. Nonsense! Perm is doing fine. Perm gets the shamanic traditions set aside, but they give no effects. I wouldn't be surprised if they are horde effects, and because I'm not a horde, I don't get that. Which is a lot better than conflicting ideals. Thank you. Maybe there's some flavor text. Ah yeah, looking by it, it's horde unity, but we're not a horde, so we can laugh that effect off all the way to the bank. Hey Muscovy, I've got a bit of a rebel problem. Could you help a bit? Alright, it's this province we now apparently want converted to Tengri. And I am willing to do that. It's not going to bring their influence up to a dramatic amount. And I can get on that on the double since it is an accepted culture. Oh, right, I should take the mission as well. That's pretty important. The reason I want that is so that I can get my missionary strength +1 for 10 years. Siberian separatists will likely run their way to Irtesh. They may or may not win. It's plains, so I suspect that the mighty... Geesh, are they really that mighty? There's a centre of trade up here, is there not? This province? Can I see it, but just make our move on Sour Gut for now. Whilst you there, I've got provinces I wish to know of. Yeah, since I'll be fighting on plains, the hordes will get a bonus and I can just mop up the provinces that they've occupied. Such is the hope, at least. Okay, it's not a centre of trade. Maybe it's this one that is. Muscovy continuing to consolidate their power, as well they should. Scary times. Alright, so Nogai getting themselves involved in war with the Golden Horde. Nothing special. Golden Horde is just going to mop them up, and I guess my fears about Siberians... Well, actually, this is not such a good case for me, because Chagatai either got defeated or ran away. Perm loses their claim on Glazov. Yep, don't you worry, we got no beef, Muscovy. Jake, remember to keep your armies around your... Yeah, gotta remember that native assimilation event. You are not wrong. With a bit of luck, Chagatai will go in and siege this one down. But that's assuming Chagatai have the military to defeat them. Chagatai, tell me your secrets. Yeah, you should be able to defeat them. Just hoping that you do. The trouble is, you're going to get defeated by them. And they're taking up land that I need to core. Well, it is weakening my enemy by a fair chunk, but why are they getting so destroyed? Probably because these are my rebels, and as such they are superior. Ah, a nice way to weaken my enemy to be. Yeah, they'll deal with him. Jake, you should probably make an army now. I like the way you assume I have the income to support an army. I do not. Salt crises not helping. Maybe I shouldn't have teched up so much. No, it's probably that they're using my superior defensive capabilities. That said, though, I'm a little concerned about this, because in 30 months they will be causing me an even bigger headache. All the while, you're not all that impressed with me. Perhaps I should be... on that note, how are we looking here? I can only get another +10 from relations there, and I'm not about to send you a gift. So let's improve those relations. And trying to remember why I've even built a spy network in Chagatai, since it's not necessary for me. I already have the one claim that I need. Alright, this looks like they could take him on at long last, so they'll de-siege this. The rebels will march on in. 16th of March, 9th of March, yep. Finally, my rebel problems should be dealt with. Well, tight, but they've got it. Most importantly, getting that coring province done, so I have to stop paying for rooting out corruption. But aye, it all looks well. Good job, my now significantly weakened Chagatai friend. Now, what do we have over here? Tell me more about the Mongols, because I want to know how strong Chagatai's vassals are, and whether or not it's worth spending my favours to bring Muscovy in on this. My favours are very rare, hard to get with them, since I have to wait a long time, and I wouldn't be able to regenerate any of them by giving land, but I would massively weaken you, make my vassal a lot stronger. Well, how much is a lot stronger? 6, 9, 6, 3? What's that, 22? 9 and 9 and 18? 24. Numbers, you know. How's plucky little Theodoro doing, Jake? Setting up for Gothic invasion? Absolutely. Look at them grow! They are on a rampage. Muscovy no longer considers Sweden a rival. Let's hope it's not that they want us to be as a rival. Nah, we're looking good. I want to make sure that... I can't change any of these for a wee while. But when I can, I want to click on this to make sure that Muscovy is not a potential rival of ours. Because then I know that we are a potential rival of theirs. Which would be terrifying, in a way. Golden Horde would not get involved. Ah, that is a way I could be giving Muscovy favours. If Muscovy did get involved, and at the peace table I said, hey, Muscovy, you know all that land that you... Oh, they don't want it anymore. Why would this be? They are an administrator. And they also don't want more Kazan land. And they are there for 10 more years. Unlike my truce with Kazan, which is only for 5. I should gear up to destroy Kazan and start taking it all for myself. As long as Muscovy does not see it as land that they want. Okay, that decides it. I need to go and fabricate those claims. Chagatai's time will come, but it doesn't need to come just now. Feel like I could be doing with a state here, amongst other things. They're both part of West Siberia, and I want to know about that area. Okay, Ishim. Not terribly good, but that's still 21 development that I would rather went considerably further down in terms of autonomy. 33%, looking good. Okay, Muscovy wants my trade power. This is a little scary, because if I say no, they might take deep offense to it. Muscovy would like us to transfer 10% of our trade power in all our shared nodes. Do you accept this? The thing is, I don't make squat off of trade. Whoop-de-doo. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't, and there's another excellent reason to taking this. Sure thing, Muscovy. The reason it's so good is because you cannot attack somebody that transfers trade power to you, and it's highly unlikely Muscovy is going to break that. Guess who wants your trade power, Jake, now? All carefully calculated, I assure you. Ah, this isn't so, though. The nobility still want more land. Nobility are always getting on my case. I'm not a fan of them, because I can only realistically hand them out provinces that are... Ooh, this one would actually be a good one to give since it's already converted. Clergy's loyalty goes down. But I do give the nobility land, and I can give the clergy another province, like a province that I'm going to convert later, such as you. Yes, yes, they'll like that, won't they? Would like a few ducats, merchant guilds. Thanks. Looking good. What would Cao Cao say if he knew you'd lost your belief in the nobility? No, no, that would be Yuan Shao. Oh man, Yuan Shao is my dynasty warrior. I don't know. Don't want to use the word, but husbando? Is that what people would say? Because what a man's man he is. Alright, finally we'll get these southern provinces converted and we'll be looking good. Yuan Shao was truly beacon of the nobility. Okay, Irtesh is on the table for us to take. Do I want it though? Granted, it is my claim. I wonder if Chagatai are weak enough to fall to my threat and war ideals. I do want you friendly towards me. Do I want you that friendly? So many questions. I already have my claim on Bashkortostan, and it's going to be good till 17. And we'll be at war. Oh, jings, that's going to be cutting it tight. But not too tight. Utva deserves to be ours, but not before Tortkara does. Oh wait, ours? Ah, that was a foolish waste of a claim, because our vassal Kazakh deserves that. Why not rent out your... Oh, hello, spread of discovery. I guess my conquistador over here became a bit less useful, but still. Couldn't hurt to go exploring Hobbs. Looking good. Alright, get to it. It's not like I'm paying you here. Stability versus inflation. I'm already sitting at +3 stab. It couldn't hurt to go down, but I'll probably take the inflation hit anyway because the stability is helping with my ability to convert. And in the end, it's only admin to destroy to get rid of that, right? Right? Wonderful. I love how with all this empty space, Jake Stack still wants to go through the rebels. Yep, it's just how we play Rebel Yell. Yeah, that's not another one of my vassal's cores, is it? Gotta be careful, because if my vassal becomes too strong, he's gonna have second thoughts about being my vassal. Of course, I could change that by just turning him into Tengri, but then he would probably just make Sunni his syncretic, and then, yeah, we lose out there. I should also consider marrying the man, since that also drives down Liberty Desire. Is a horde +10, nasty. But we'll get him back his cores, plentiful though they are, and get him deeper inside our country. Damn, he got cores all the way down to Atakanta. That's savage. I'm gonna have them for... No, he's gonna have them for a fairly long time. Kazakh is Kazaki culture, which is enormous, so none of these cores are going to go away. Wow. Well, you know how much I love to feed people. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Okay, I like the land maintenance reduction, and I'm going to need an army anyway. Both these give the same reward, and I only need 7 units to get it. I already have 4, 5, 6. But I could do with some cavalry, I could do with quite a bit more infantry. I don't really want a cannon. It just means that sieges are going to take a little bit longer without one, and they are very expensive. go, get to it. Copper, excellent, one of the best to get early game, even if it is only one base production. And there we go, decent province to grab. They got the proper estuary that we desire. I have flashbacks to Caraman, Jake. No. Caraman didn't have the cores, this one does. We'll be fine. Cease your worrying. Yes, Kazan is going to have to go down in 16. Timur's falling to civil war is only good news to me. Makes him softer target for getting those Kazakh cores back. And Kazan. I only have one more claim that I want off of you, and then you are dead to me. Give it to me. And following that, I will not need a spy network inside you. I'm already getting my thingamajiggers from you. Sadly, nobody wishes to just fork over provinces. You certainly don't either. And Kazan, I can't. We have truces in effect to prevent that. Yeah, no threatening is going to be going on. Besides, the last time I used threatened war, I ended up under a French coalition. Suspected it, but it happened. Bohemia took over. Austria is not to be. Austria is losing face around here. They haven't grown a shred, although they are going for that little morsel Bohemia. Now that Bohemia has the emperorship, I wonder if they can turn this... no, I don't think they can. What is going on? Defender against Sweden, defender against Austria, defender against Lubeck. This is heartwarming though. Lubeck actually making a decent trade league to the north. Through conquest, naturally. And this is also wonderful to see. Morocco were able to maintain their hold here. Conquistador is dead. He did a fair chunk of exploring. There's no real need for him to explore further since we're a long way away from getting that. Might as well just make your way back. Don't like the look of this, Siberian separatists. He's probably going to use my own strats against me. And, oh well, how very kind of him to take care of that. Now, I want this province. It's in what area? Okay, Central Siberia. We already have it as a state, which means we just go boom, and we have a 0 autonomy province. Only 3 development, but let's not get fussy here. We have been struggling on the development front. We've doubled in it this session, though. And Bashkirid is taking its time, but I think it's almost done. Ha! What does he know? What doesn't he know? So, enter the Protestant Reformation. Seems that Nuremberg is having a trial of their own here. A very developed one at that, and we'll see how that's going to spread. I'm hoping for a big, messy one, personally. Jeez, any province you could have gone to, and you chose that. Of course, that was part of my plan to get them to retreat back here faster. I want that Miltech 9 considerably. So I can just thrash the hordes all that much easier. My question, though, is do I want to make this a reconquest or a conquest? Conquest, most likely, then I can take everything at a lower cost. I mean, the reconquest is only on 3 development, whereas the conquest is on 19. I'd rather get a 25% discount on 19 than a 75 on 3. That's right, I can maths. Jake, are you still allied to Muscovy? Absolutely, I don't know why you think I wouldn't. Kazan continue to have no allies, and our truce is going to be up in a little over a year, well, a little under 2 years. We're going to have the superior technology. Whoops, would you look at that, we already do. We're going to get our superior unit, the Pike Infantry. Glory to the Armas. The game is just saying, here Jake, do you want to win? And I'm going, yeah, yes I do. It's been a shaky start. Muscovy looks big and scary, but we need to get bigger and scarier. Land theft going on. I do need the clergy to be extremely happy with me anyway, so I might as well do that. I've been piddling on the noble's face from day one, and I think we can keep doing that. They get some influence. Could actually bring them dangerously close to too much influence, but I too like to live dangerously. Would love to grab that admin support from them, especially if they start hitting 80. But that's for another time. Jake, if you take Torkara for yourself and give it to Kazakh, I think you pay no dip and they love you more. This is correct. And this is what I plan to do. Because it gives me another 25% discount on that province. And I can use those wonderful interactions to just give it back to them. Also gives them more than one province. It is sad seeing a subject with only one province. They feel so limited. It's kind of nice getting an estuary on my side. Muscovy still loving me, and as long as that Regency Council is in place, I can expand without them getting antsy. Head on south, still no rebel issues. Get you moved over here so I can maybe get the integration events. But otherwise, it's looking hunky-dory. Kazan are not long for this world. Thank goodness you are not a militant personality. So I only need to leave one unit here to take over that province faster than Kazakh do, or else it's going to go to their name. There was no eligible leader after Lubeck. Why? Ah, their prestige tanked, so Lubeck just lost their trade league. They'll have to get their prestige up and then re-establish it, since there were no other merchant republics with more than 50 prestige. Trade league gone, daddy gone. The love is gone. Hemorrhaging money. This is some real Bane-conomics going on here. Let's get that admin on the go because I really want to get a modern theocracy going. I need to spread the good Tengri word. I bet you'd make a great general. But you'd also make a great ruler, and that's what we're looking for. Wonder if we can't squeeze something out of the nobility. Conquistador. Requires the nobility to have that touch more influence over my country. I wonder if I could get that if I gave them Berezov. Almost, but not quite. Could give them 2 provinces, or I could call a diet. Yeah, I could call a diet. Why don't I call a diet? Brings them up to 44. And we'll get that Conquistador I want so much. I mean, a general would probably be a bit better, but Conquistador I can send off there to cause trouble elsewhere. I'm feeling it for the Conquistador. What's it going to be? Yeah. Can't say fairer than that, really. So our armies fill their bellies and get ready to attack the Kazan. And then it won't be long before the Uzbeks will also fall. They may have an alliance with the Golden Horde. And they still hold that, even though the Golden Horde have driven themselves into debt a touch. Look forward to the day when I can reasonably afford an advisor. That day might well be coming soon. Especially if I had an advisor that gave me reduced or increased missionary strength. Although I might be better focusing on this. This guy almost pays for himself. Almost. It's pretty old though. I don't like old. Alright, what was next? Yugan, and I've already given it to the clergy, so there you go. But you have got to go. I know Muscovy want to get involved, but that's not how it's going to go down. We'll make this the conquest of, well, Bashkortostan. No, let's try this properly. Bashkortostan, since it is the highest development province that we're looking at. So let's do it. I need land for the land god. Just detach you to take care of it. Osman force fights you, and you grab that. Leave little to chance here. Destroy them. Nice general you have, but I'm afraid he's not nice enough. Detach with 3 with you. Merge you all together and get 1,000 on there. And the rest on there. And Bob's your bloomin' uncle. You can join in with Muscovy into this war, but no thanks. Think we'll just kill and keep moving. Jake, recheck to see if Muscovy wants the steppes. They won't until they reevaluate their leader. I am confident about that. And would you look at that? They don't. Administrators are not really keen on expanding to take new land. Less prone towards war unless it affects their trade interests. Too bad, Muscovy. But this land is forfeit. I really want one of these guys. Unrest is tempting. Prestige also. But saving up money is another prime directive for me. Might as well loot this province, really. Well, actually, no, people loot where they are, which is fine. Still the same amount. Jake, what is a certain sound director's opinion on what you should do in this war? I am not... like I said, stagnation isn't so good for us. I like having Bjorn around for a good laugh, but the laughs have been had. We should move on. That's the reason we don't keep chanting the "it's just a number" idea, because yeah, that was fun and it was very applicable at the time. But I don't like getting cheap laughs out of old things like that. It's low-hanging fruit, granted. But that's not what this channel is about. Okay, Ottoman's about to smoke those heavy-going bonuses, but they still don't know about me, which is rather nice. Jake, are you going to take some land from the Golden Horde while Muscovy does not want it? You tempt me ever so, but I don't think it's a good idea. Then again, it is part of this big and big Nagai area. Maybe. I'm grabbing all this Sunni land. It's going to be a pain in the rear to convert. I want to get an Inquisitor from the clergy, but I also don't want the clergy to get so much influence over me. That sought support is going to go away soon. But I really want an Inquisitor. He'd be 2 and half price as well, so he'd probably cost me 2 ducats a month. I could certainly afford that to get some more admin on the go, because admin is the name of the game here. And just the idea of getting these all done faster without having to pass the clergy around is... Yeah, I like to live dangerously. Let's recruit that Inquisitor, see what happens. Level 2 Inquisitor, half the price. Double the fun. And he's 30. That's kind of nice. We had troubles with him being too old before, if memory serves. We ended up getting like 35-year-olds. This time we get all the money. None of it gets siphoned off to our almost overlord, Muscovy. Uzbek and Kazan wish to join a coalition. I'm afraid you can't join a coalition if you don't exist. There's no other things to be done or even to consider, although, revoking cores, you say? I don't think you have cores on my land. It's giving me precious little prestige, but it is giving it to me. And if I revoke the cores on Muscovy, Muscovy might like me for it. We'll try it with one of them. I'm not actually sure if it makes a difference here. I don't want their cores on my land. You guys just get away. How do you feel about that? Oh, they like it. They're going to like it for 15 years as well. That's rather nice. They're still angry about that whole Cossack raid thing, but let bygones be bygones. As ever, Kazakh, I'm not interested in this province, so, well, am I not? Heavens no, I'll be giving all this to you. So I go to Kazakh, absolutely. Here you go. I'm going to think, Jake, think. Grant you the province of Tortkara. Wouldn't want to give him the wrong one there, but yeah, I had to double check. Looking good. Muscovy no longer considering Austria a rival. Hopefully they don't want to see us as one. We have a free rival slot, but Muscovy can't fulfill it, which is promising news for us. We have a whole bunch of land that should definitely be thrown into the coring blender and converted when I get the chance. So it feels good. We've got some money. We've got one of the biggest names on the map, although that isn't really an indication of our power. And Muscovy is... well, maybe they're thinking twice about the whole not annexing us thing, whilst they continue to enjoy Regency Council. We have more of the steppes to demolish, and I am really thinking about that Golden Horde land now, because this Nagai area is pretty good to have. I'll be wanting no gay anyway. And this 9 development wouldn't look too bad inside me. What I can do is I can fight the Golden Horde alongside the Uzbeks, since they are allied. And I'll be taking it, because I can take on 2 at 1 now, since I have the superior army. But that's all I've really got time for now, a cheeky hour and a quarter, since it's getting late. I got work in the morning, I gotta be up in about 6 hours to head off there, and I will do just that. So cheers for joining for this part of Permafrost. I'm enjoying it, and as ever, getting it done in one shot. I'll see you later.